Camera in chat. Is that the right one? Oh no, this one here. Yeah. Oh my god, guys, we're live. Don't say anything offensive. We're going out live.
It's live?
Yeah, it is live. This is not pre-recorded. This is happening. There is a chat, and we can tell you what people are saying if you like.
I'm just adjusting.
Sean's just adjusting. He just made you tiny. Oh, you're covering up the chat, Sean.
Yeah, good.
But then people watching it later want to see what we're responding to. So maybe you...
The top corner?
Why is it so small?
Maybe on
yeah,
this side,
that's good.
Oh, on this side. Wait, that makes way more sense.
What are you guys looking at?
Get rid of... We're looking... Sorry. We're doing the best part of the stream, which is like really annoying admin. But maybe just get rid of the pictures of us because they can see us anyway. So... Karen has been given, for people watching at home, Karen has been given the link. I don't know if she's got to join. Di cannot join. He has some other stuff to deal with. Yes. And we are, this is the rest of us, really. Jeremy is probably hosting 7 Sharp right now, so that's maybe takes him out of action.
The young guns.
There's people here
if
from
you want
the
to
UK.
see him, if you want to see
Whoa,
Jeremy...
are you okay?
Oh, what?
Paul, finish your joke.
I was just going to say, if you want to see Jeremy get a second screen going with 7 Sharp and this, and then you'll...
Why have you got it on your forehead like you're like a boomer who doesn't know how to
Like
work
a
your
grandpa.
Well,
Oh gosh, it's so... Where are you, Paul? Give some context to our viewers at home.
next to some train tracks
Mm-hmm.
in Sydney, in Redfern,
Wow,
the area
nice.
of Sydney. And a lot of people, I don't really know where all these people are coming from, but they're coming from down there.
Maybe
I've never
ask.
been down there, so...
Maybe ask where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Well, the stream is pretty popular, so you just mentioned Redfern and the train station, and people sort of flood there, going, "I can see him in real life." There's about 4 million people watching right now, so that's pretty likely.
What?
I'm kidding. I love how gullible you are, Bubbah. You thought the entire population of New Zealand was watching.
Wow, you're doing well for yourself, Melanie.
I don't even want to tell you the actual number now because it sounds really bad after you say 4 million.
It's only 3 million. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly. People think that you're going to get stream sniped, Paul, by doxing yourself where you are right now.
Oh, what does that mean? Stream snipe.
I think
You get murdered. Someone will find you and kill
usually
you.
it's like a thing in gaming where you can like see where someone is in the game. So you go, oh, they're hiding behind that bush. I saw on their stream. I want to go. But in real life, it's quite ominous.
Yeah. To balance it out, let's all give our address right now. I'll give out Mel's home address.
Yeah, awesome. That sounds great.
Also, you guys are live, but I've actually pre-recorded this video and I'm guessing what I'm going to respond to. So some of the stuff I say won't make sense.
So what did you have for breakfast
Spaghetti.
this morning? Okay, wow, that's crazy.
I said that before you asked the question.
It was as I was asking it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That was amazing. Before we start talking about these episodes, how are you guys going since it all happened? What's happening?
Bubbah?
I'm training to be a manager at this restaurant.
Oh, wait, so you left your training to be a manager you left your training to come on the Twitch stream?
Yeah. No, I said I had a live, and then they said they let me go.
Wow, that's amazing. So are you working in like wait staff or manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So I'll be serving steak.
That's amazing.
Yeah, my day revolves around tomato sauces and seafood.
I don't know, Bubbah, you were such a star in this series that I wouldn't start a new job. Like, people are going to be knocking your door down to, like, give you gigs and give you, like, your own TV show.
Yeah. People
Well,
love
that's
you.
not happened yet. So I'll stick to the restaurant.
Bubbah told me that people recognise us from her tattoo in the restaurant.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And for context, for people watching at home, the tattoo is real. Could you show the tattoo?
Because people...
Yeah, so many people, when they come in as well, they're like, it's not real, eh?
No,
Yeah,
it
there
is.
it is.
I feel like it healed a lot better, hey?
Yeah.
It is 100% real. It's it is so. Di does look like the Joker. It is very funny.
Someone wants to know if you're on social media, Bubbah, but I don't think you're on anything.
No, sorry, I'm on here today.
This is your only opportunity to see Bubbah. G'day,
Otherwise,
nerds.
027 308.
Just text.
Wait, what was that?
Oh my god, people from the United States. There's people from like a bunch of different places that have illegally watched the show.
Yeah.
Ray,
Wait,
people
are
are
we
asking if you could be cool, Ray, for the stream.
Oh yeah, I was actually meant to get some sunglasses. Whoops.
How come I can't see Ray?
Oh, am
Or
I not?
you?
Am I? Oh, can you not see Mel or?
They can't see us because our camera is being used for the stream and it won't let us double
Oh,
dip.
okay.
But you can watch it later and then you'll see exactly how our faces reacted to everything that you said. But Ray is sitting next to me.
Yeah. Wearing sunglasses, looking great.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's been your feedback,
Hooray.
Bubbah? What has your family and like friends thought about you on the show?
I want them to play it so they can know it's not that easy.
Have they been mocking you?
Yeah, they're like, oh, the glitter was right in front of you. I'm like, yeah, but that was the end of the day. It might have actually been the beginning.
We actually have Paul to cross-reference any claims you may make.
Yeah, I don't think that was not the end of the day for sure. I think it was like maybe second task you did or something.
You were fresh.
I can't believe it. I have a question, Paul. Was that meant to be a tiebreaker?
The glitter bowl? No, that was never planned to be a tiebreaker.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if any tiebreakers. I don't think any tiebreakers got promoted to full tasks.
Well, we had
I
two
can't think.
actual tiebreakers, so you ended up getting to
Yes.
show them anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, which was nice because in previous seasons, no one saw them.
Yeah. Do we like tiebreakers and stuff that you don't use? Did we just end up doing them this season?
No.
Oh.
Let me think. No. Can you guys remember what the two tiebreakers were? There was the read the task, finish the task,
Yes.
and lie down.
And then
the
there was pouring the
and
coffee
then what was the
and
other tiebreaker?
the coffee and the trophy.
yeah, pouring the
Oh
coffee
yes,
cup.
no one had done those.
Yeah, and I remember Bubbah kept. What did you? Bubbah kept comparing the cup. She was like, it's not like a cup of paracetamol or something. There was like a drug.
It was an odd point of reference you had for a cup.
I remember that.
Probably from all the paracetamol you've been chugging.
Can I ask a question?
It was late in the day.
Yeah, that cup one was one of the last ones I did, I think. No, the other tiebreaker one was the last one I did. Anyway,
I don't think it even occurred to me that they were tiebreakers until later. Then I was like, oh, that's right. I just thought that I'd missed something, because it was so quick. I was like, oh, fuck that.
Yes.
There was a big hidden mystery that I didn't catch on to.
yes, there was a tiebreaker that involved a microwave. At least but I don't think it was ever shown.
Don't spoil, Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For future seasons, who
Yes.
knows?
And but I was going to say, Bubbah and Paul. I remember there was one. You guys told me that there was a night where you guys went to a concert together. You went to the same show, and you both had to get up at 6 a.m. the next day.
Damn, Ray, you're gonna out me like this? Oh my gosh!
Afterwards, I was like, she tried inviting me to a party, and I was like, it's so late. Like, you need to be up in like 7 hours. And she was like, no, I'm going to a party now. And then the next day, so I went straight home to bed. And the next day, I poked my head into her room before the first task, and she was just like lying like under all these like jerseys, just like asleep. Like this is like 2 minutes before her first task. It was very funny.
Oh my god.
Do you remember what that task?
Well worth it.
Do you remember what that task was? The first.
I wish I did. It was definitely in the study.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And
remember.
part of me wants to say that it was the cassette tapes, but it might not have been.
She won that task.
Yeah. But it might not have been. But that's in my memory. That's what it was. But it was definitely a study task. I remember that.
Yeah, I think the way Joseph described it is that you could. Bubba seemed dusty when she came in, and so I
Yeah. I think if I watched back the cassette tapes, I'd be able to pinpoint, because I remember when she came in, she was like, there was a different energy to her for sure.
I've been wanting to ask you, Bubba, because you definitely hadn't watched the show. Was there any part of you that was like, before the first day, maybe I should watch an episode, or you just didn't? You wanted to go in completely blind?
It just wasn't relayed to me like this big. Like the only thing that I heard about was from my agent. They were like, "It's great for comedians. It's the show you just jump on." And
if you do it, you'll become manager at the restaurant.
and so I've manifested everything that I've got now. Yeah, they just said that it's this big show and that would be a great opportunity for me. And so then I jumped on. And I remember the first day being like, what the fuck? The first task was naming cities with the blocks.
Yes, that the Jenga Tower one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Joseph Moore has a list of all the cities we named. It was yeah.
This feels like we're peeking too far behind the curtain from a task that wasn't shown.
Yes.
Naughty.
Oh, yeah.
The few times I ran into Bubbah in public while we were filming, she would always say, "You're so mean to me in the game," which I thought was funny. She just called it the game.
Yes. In the cricket task, when she leaves, she goes, "I hate this." You Bubba, you say, "I hate this game."
In all times that I fall outside of filming, I was drunk. It was so mean to me in the game, and that's why it just hurt me to see you the next day.
Yes. I ran into her in the basement theatre one night, and she opened with, "You're so mean to me in the game," and then she said, "Would it be okay if for prize tasks, do you think the producers could get me Jason Momoa?" was her first question. Who was in town? He was in town at the time. And the second question was, could I bring in an unlicensed pistol?
I really hope you weren't trying to shoot Jason Momoa.
the unlicensed pistol, was that turned down because it was a pistol or because it was unlicensed? Or
Pam just said it was a legal thing.
I can see why. I just got a.
And it was on an email. He was like, no to the gun.
There's just a message in the chat that says, getting a weekly gathering in Dallas, Texas for watchers of both episodes. Bubbah was an instant favourite in Texas. Yep. You've got an audience. So.
And they love steakhouses.
Are they dudes?
Are they dudes?
Are they dudes?
But Bubba's got a great speaker that you can play R&B music out of if you want to hang out with her anytime.
They are dudes, apparently.
Oh. Bubbah also wrote... You wrote
Can
something...
I give up my email? Oh, wait, yeah.
You can give it your email if you want. I mean, I wouldn't, but...
Oh, yes, you did write some things on people's doors.
Did you write something on? I remember you definitely wrote something on Jeremy and Paul's door. I
Wait,
can't.
wait,
yeah.
let me ask you guys a question because I feel like I'm just getting thrown under the bus.
Yeah,
Okay, you
throw
ask
us
a
under the
question.
bus.
What did you guys do?
I'm just going to show you what you wrote on Jeremy Wells's wall.
That was so funny.
I don't know if people can see that. It says Jeremy Wells in brackets pedophile.
And then I remember he had like his niece and nephews came and like
It was weird that he did bring in some small children like quite soon after you wrote that on his door. And then
I was waiting around the corner. I was like, oh, here he comes. He's going to see it. It's going to be so funny. And then he had 2 kids behind him. And I was like, no.
And then on Paul's one, you wrote failed musician. That was it was just like, which felt harsher than pedophile.
I was actually fine with it because, I don't believe it. Had she written pedophile, then I would have,
Oh my
because that would have been,
Oh my god!
No, just jokes,
Paul's gone quite red.
yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh, thank you to all there's a couple people subscribing. Bubbah has full Correos energy. I love her. Do you know David, Bubbah?
Yes, I love him.
Yes, we'll talk to her. I mean, maybe we'll mention it later, but the fact that Bubbah knows Corral, anyway, it made me suspicious when my stuff got stolen.
Oh, right.
Because I saw that you and my flatmate and David had all been hanging out on Instagram before.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna go quickly through these screenshots because otherwise we could be here for hours, and I'd
Can
feel like.
Bubbah and Paul see the screenshots?
So that's a
Yeah.
good point.
All right now?
It's
That
on-
is me.
It's
Is it
Paul
me?
and it's
And
Paul and
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I saw some people online pick up on the fact that you had a sniffle on that when that recorded Paul, because I remember you complaining about it.
Towards the end, I got quite sick. Not COVID, but just a cold, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul's
So
a big,
sorry about that.
Paul's a big COVID denier. He
Yeah,
refused
yeah.
to test.
Yes.
The prize task was the sexiest inanimate object, in which Di brought in a mannequin.
Now, is this just me projecting, or did Di mention drilling a hole into the mannequin and it was cut from the studio? Was that, or was that just me?
It sounds right.
No, Ray, that's something you've thought about.
Was that just a dream and I've crossed
Is that
wires?
just not what everyone immediately thought they'd do with it? Anyway.
Oh yeah. Also, weirdly, the emoji placement on the stream right now. And Ray, you brought in an hourglass.
Yeah, sexy. Hourglass figures are sexy. I still have the hourglass.
And Karen brought in a scrub daddy, which the audience were
Loved.
really into. They loved it, and we loved it too. We were like immediate 5 points just based on the audience alone. But I think Jeremy doesn't listen or care about them at all.
He also doesn't clean.
I think he just didn't want to. He's just like trying to stay so heterosexual that a daddy. Oh no, that's so you can't sexualize that.
Oh no.
And then we got the love story of the century with Bubbah and Ray.
That's
and
and Mel in the background.
and me in the background, which I had seen this photo in our little group chat, but I did
Yes.
not notice that I was in the background until we were in the studio and it was blown up enormous.
As soon as Bubbah started posting it in the group chat, I thought, oh no, this might appear on Taskmaster.
Yeah.
But then
It was hard to work out which prize task it would fit. Obviously, it makes sense now, sexiest inanimate object,
Yeah.
and to put it on a heater was a great and added touch.
that was at the was it after the comedy gala? Yeah, it was. There was the gala. Yeah.
Paul, did you know what our prize tasks were going to be until before we got into the studio?
I do know, yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Good to know, because I did think that you
Actually, not always. Not always. There's been the odd one where I haven't known.
Oh.
But usually it's something like, if it's something like that I know most, I think. But there's been times like in season 3, Chris did with a box, he did a reveal of
yes.
his mannequin. So I had obviously no idea about that. And then Laura did a similar thing in season 2.
Oh, yeah.
So there's been also, was it Ursula? Someone kidnapped my teddy bear.
Yes.
I think Ursula.
Yeah,
did.
that was Ursula.
So there's definitely been a lot I haven't known about. But yeah, I think a lot of them I know. Yes.
Yeah.
I brought in a sexy year. And then it was the first task, which was the slingshot task, which again, Bubbah, how did you not fucking see a slingshot? It was enormous.
So funny. You walked out of the caravan facing the slingshot.
Do I have to make it?
Oh my god! So I saw in your because in the glitter comments.
Yeah.
So I saw the people being like, "She's got ADHD."
Yeah, I saw those comments too, and I thought maybe you do, but also I
Is
feel
that
like
a symptom?
Not being able to see slingshots is a number one.
I don't know. I think it's more just sort of like, yeah, maybe it's like I don't know. You got lots of thoughts running around, and I feel the same as well. Like it's like the same thing where you don't realize your like sunglasses are on your head, or you're looking for your phone and you're holding it. Like it's like a.
Thank you, Mel.
You are not. It's very funny, and also I will say the glitter wasn't what I pictured when I saw it. Like, was that intentional, Paul? Like, make it all the same color glitter? I don't know why. I was just expecting rainbow glitter, and when it wasn't rainbow glitter, I was surprised. You didn't think the same thing, Ray?
No, I don't know what I thought the glitter was going to look like. All I know is that once I realised that bowl was glued there, that I was like, because there was put it in the fridge. I was like, the glitter must be in the kitchen because that's next to the fridge.
Yes.
They cut out, so I got the bowl from the top. They cut that part out, but I got the bowl from the top. And I remember thinking I'm a genius. I went and got the glitter from the room and filled that bowl with all the glitter. And I was like, stop. I was like, that's not glitter.
Oh my, what? Wait. You got glitter from another room and put it in the bowl that was on the...
Yeah, I thought that I knocked the bowl from the ceiling. I put all the glitter into that bowl. Then Paul was like, "No, that's not the bowl."
That's kind of genius.
I think I just said that wasn't the bowl of glitter.
Yeah, that is true.
I think my thought was that it said the bowl of glitter rather than a bowl of glitter.
Yeah.
So I think that was why I said that. I actually do also think I said that it would be up to the Taskmaster. Obviously, they did cut it out, but
No, that's a pretty clever solution, I think.
But it did say the bowl of glitter. I understand.
Yeah.
Did Josh build this one? I don't know. Did Josh build anything? I mean, he's such a great builder, and he was the director for the show.
He's also so knowledgeable about medieval slingshots and catapults and stuff.
Yes.
But I think he was heavily involved in the design of it, maybe, but I don't think he physically assembled it.
He built the Poisson Rouge sign, didn't he? Which we'll
he
get
did.
to.
Yes, he did make that. He made that so quick as well. Like he made it like it was like the next day he'd like made that. It was really wild.
Yeah.
So we had to fire things out of the slingshot that started with the same letter.
Yeah. Genius Bubbah of putting Paul in the slingshot. But,
yes, and also so funny that you gathered a bunch of items and then just went P, and you managed to name them really well. Like, it's like, it was all retroactive, but done better than Ray, who thought about it when he was getting the items.
I think I went with stones first. I was like, I should get stones, and then I just had to stick to S, was my theory.
Yes, but they were all the same items.
Yeah, they were all, I cheated.
But Paul, you didn't put much gusto into your into.
I mean, I'm heavy in the slingshot. I went as far as I felt I realistically was pushed.
You play a lot of Angry Birds, and you just sort of went on that.
For someone who can run far, you didn't run that far that time.
Well,
you should have bet him that he couldn't knock them all down.
Paul, do you ever feel like, I don't know, like here obviously you only chose to run a little bit, But like, are there times where you feel like helping a contestant more or less, or do you feel like you help certain people more than other people?
No, I don't think so. I think I try and be relatively consistent, but then I guess the odd time it just depends. Like, maybe if she'd paid me some money or something, I would have flown further. But I think
Paul's working for tips.
I think you guys would have been pretty annoyed if I just sprinted through all the towers, and
Right. It's a gauge of how annoyed we would be.
No, I think there's a lot of factors, but I think you and the audience probably would have turned on me.
Yeah, true. You have to be a sort of a referee of sorts for
sometimes
party.
Sometimes I feel like there is often a solution where you could just make Paul do, like, if it's like I can't do this, like a lot of the time you could just make Paul do it instead. But that does feel like, I don't know, cheap maybe. Like if the Taskmaster is just making Paul do something every time, that'd get quite boring.
But you always have a good excuse. You're always like, oh, I've got to hold the iPad. Like, you always have an excuse. It's never like, no. It's always like, I'm
busy.
Yes, I've got something else I've got to do.
Oh, someone's got to hold the iPad. And if you put it down, someone might stand on it. So, a few times, actually, it overheated.
Oh,
and then I have to switch. So I'll then have to whip out my phone and switch timekeepers. It only happened a couple times, but it's full on when it happens. Yeah.
Does sound
Someone's got to hold the iPad.
We'll go through to Ray's attempt with your S items, including a globe, an arm, bread. Was it sandwich bread or sandwich utensil or something?
Yeah. I almost stepped in glass in this task. I was very lucky I didn't slice my foot open because I
Sorry.
Shut up.
I know, it's like, I almost stepped in glass. It was really... but I didn't. But I'm very lucky.
I also broke...
So I've forgotten this, so I cannot corroborate his story. Yeah. So he might just be making this up to try and impress her.
It's pretty cool.
I don't mean to brag, but I also broke the binoculars, and I don't know what happened to them after this.
Di also did S. Very funny that we all kind of chose similar letters. Oh. Bubbah, you went with P. You were the only one who went with a different letter.
No.
You went with P. You both went with S, and me and Karen both went with B. I decided to move the slingshot. This was shortly after I did the basketball task, and immediately after doing the basketball task was like, why didn't I move the spot? You can move things. Like, that was like the thing I kept thinking in my head. You can move things. I got to the slingshot. I was like, I'm going to move that. I think you guys were like, oh, we didn't expect anyone to try and move the slingshot.
It's so funny how I remember in the studio, it felt like it took a lot longer.
It did. It was so heavy. It was like, really, it was a big unit.
I feel so annoyed. I think the fact that we only had like a couple minutes to gather all our items put me in a rush and made me feel like it was timed, even though we had all the time in the world with the slingshot.
That's fair. Yeah. And then I just fired myself, and Karen had a great workaround, which was like, it said fire things from the slingshot and knock over the china. Yeah. It didn't say use your ammunition to knock over the china. And so she just got a baseball bat and smashed it, which was very satisfying to watch.
Also, I loved, Paul, your throws to the task are always so good, and I loved. You've heard of a bull in a china shop. Now, time for a pull and a china shot. So good.
No, there's no notes. It's perfect.
And I was also going to ask you, Paul, because Karen's not here, but do you know what was going on with her fun meter? Like, did she talk about that a lot, and did she lose it?
She did lose it. At one stage, she showed up, and it was just a replica she'd made out of like paper and coloring pencils. Yeah, she had a fun meter, and basically, I think a lot of it got edited out, but she would adjust it based on how. But honestly, she was, at least according to the fun meter, she was always in pretty good It only like very rarely went down into the red zone.
Okay.
He was having a lot of fun, it seemed, based on the fun meter. Yeah.
Would you interrupt? Would you stop doing a task to lower it or raise it?
No, it was more usually after a task that she would adjust it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it felt like she would pretty much come in pretty happy for each task.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
People in the chat have said, have you explained the netball uniform? And then 10 people said she plays netball, and they went, great, good to know. I'm just trying to keep up to date with the chat, make everyone feel involved.
Beautiful.
The next task was the duet with yourself, where we got to meet DJ Gush Steady, I believe. Di has such a way with words. Like, he says things that are so outrageous, but without any hesitation. Like, he's never searching for a phrase. He's always, like, immediately articulated the weirdest shit you've ever heard. Like,
I think I'm going to ram raid your knickers made me cry in the studio from laughter. It was so...
It was very full on.
His song had to be really edited down as well because
it was quite long.
Because his didn't involve that much sort of pre-planning. It was so long, like it would take him like quite long to like it really got tightened up. But so initially I was like, I don't know if we can like even like that's usable because it was like, you know, his song was like it felt like 15 minutes long at the time. But anyway.
Because he was like swapping wigs and stuff.
I also didn't realise there was a stereo and a keyboard available to us. I think there was just like two little instruments in the corner of a room, and I went, those are the ones that we have to use, a glockenspiel and one of those accordion keyboards. Then we had Bubbah, we had your breakup ballad.
Oh, it was so good, Bubbah.
Oh, was this last night's ep?
Pardon?
What is this?
Was this last night's episode?
No, we're going through Monday and Tuesday just because they're the last two. We will rush through. And if anyone needs to leave, you're welcome to. I feel like I need to make that clear.
But
That's
such good inspiration, Bubbah.
I love how you and yourself had a real journey throughout the series. Like, you got married, you got divorced, and then this was like the rekindling of yourself. Like, it was, oh my God, look at that sunset.
Beautiful.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to.
That's beautiful.
And there goes the train.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are saying Bubbah's breakup ballad was so fucking funny. The ending killed me. I always, every time I saw you talk to yourself, I like believed it. You know, like it felt like you're actually a really good actor, and so it was like, oh, I hope she forgives her. It was amazing. It was so good, and the rain as well. Like it was perfect weather for the theme of your song.
Yes, Bubbah. Bubbah, did you write the music for your duet?
I wrote the lyrics, and then wasn't it you, Paul, that did the?
Yeah, I played on the keyboard, and we recorded it, and then she performed the song over that.
Oh.
So yeah, I think it was just some chords, I think, but yeah.
Then we had.
So she listened to it with a headphone.
Oh yes.
We had Karen doing a love song to you, Ray. How did that make you feel?
The horny.
Jesus. Ray.
I'm so sorry. She really, Karen told me that she said she mentioned that we were dating or related a lot, and that definitely came through in the show.
Yes. Usually both. She'd say that you were siblings, but also dating.
I didn't it was such an odd thing to pull a shoelace with your teeth, but it weirdly seemed so romantic or very sensual, even though it's so so weird. Then we had Ray, we had your duet.
Yeah, my duet was a disaster. I spent all my preparation time writing the lyrics at the study desk, and I think at one time we stopped and Paul and I sang Islands in the Stream together, which was quite nice. And then I remember right before I went to record it, I think Paul tried to put a ear pod in my ear to listen to a beat so I could sing it to a beat, and I was like, oh no, that's just going to distract me.
As all great musicians say.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, also Ray, what he wanted to do. So I didn't really know what he wanted to do because he just he sat there kind of writing, and he was like, I think initially I was going to play some chords on the keyboard for him to sing over, and I was like, what kind of chords would you like? I was like, are there any duets? He didn't really know how to articulate what he wanted. And eventually I was like, are there any songs? And he was like, I like Islands in the Stream. And so then I was like, okay, I could kind of play some similar chords to that. But then we went down to film in the lab in front of the green screen, and because he said he wanted some sort of footage behind him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, and he was going to sing it to the tune of Islands in the Stream, I think. Yeah. Which then we got told by the director that legally we probably wouldn't be allowed to do. So then it was like, well, we had to pivot, and so
the rap verse emerged.
I really want to hear your parody of Islands in the Stream now. Like
that's why the song was called Archipelagos in the Creek, but without the Islands in the Stream reference. It's just me rapping about archipelagos for no reason.
I didn't even know what archipelagos meant, but is that like a different kind of island?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Oh my God! Thanks for all the gifted subs, Dat Pro Guy 2000.
Yes, I think I told Ray to sing it to a different melody, but he really had Islands in the Stream locked in his brain. He had to rap it.
We did sing Islands in the Stream together, though. That was,
but you can't think of a different tune.
And the other thing I did is I wrote a verse about heavily referencing the TV show Everybody Loves Raymond, which I think would have involved copyrighted images that we couldn't show.
Thank you so much.
And we had the great reveal of you kneeling and holding the lyrics up.
That was very funny.
And I did a romantic duet, which again I didn't know I could do any other instruments available, so I just had the blower, which I'd recorded into my phone on like a voice memo, and then played it in my earpods. Like I tried to do everything, and
that's incredible.
And musically, it didn't fully pay off. Like it's all the time. Like even though I tried so hard to time it, I am completely out of time.
I was amazed it came out like as slick as it did, because you were flying pretty blind between the two takes.
I really was.
It reminded
I needed a metronome.
It reminded me of Seven Things I Hate About You by Miley Cyrus.
Yes, yeah.
The other thing was Karen's song. Was that to the tune of one of her songs that she'd already written?
Yes. So she did actually say that later. She said she had a song called, I think, Scary Mrs. O'Leary. Yes. And so she's remixed one of her pre-existing songs. Smart. Yeah.
Because it is an original, you know?
Yeah.
This is the multitask task.
Yes.
When there was a lot of tasks. And this is Di returning with the water from the lake, which seemed like the hardest one to do.
Yeah, I was so impressed he managed to do that many tasks, and he ran to the lake, and he ran the wrong way to the lake.
Yeah, totally. He was pretty quick. I did medium. None of us realised that we had the task on our back until the very end.
And that was Dana, the makeup lady. She quickly touched us up before we went in, and then she.
Yes.
Oh, is that who? I thought it would have been like Kyle leading us in and with it.
No, I was like, I thought it'd be funny if there was one stuck to you, and then we decided that she would be the best because she's kind of makeup, but also might be oh, your costume's a bit weird.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so she I actually was really worried about it. I don't know why, you know, but like I was like, they're gonna know, and no one knew, luckily. But
No. Yeah.
People have asked how I didn't find the ones on Paul. I don't know, because I do move your jacket and peek, but I
Yes.
guess I just felt like I'm invading his personal space now. Like, it
Yeah.
did feel like, I was like, oh,
it was.
you
I
weren't
don't-
giving me anything. Like, you didn't give any giveaway. Like, you were pretty straight-faced.
Yeah, and they were quite hidden. Like, I feel like I had to move
Yeah,
it a bit.
I had both buttons done up on my jacket, which I mean, I don't think I've ever had one done up before.
Oh.
So it was definitely kind of covering everything pretty well, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Was oh yeah, that's when Kyle would bring us out into the room. Like when we came out to do a task, they would always like make us look down and walk, and we had to like hunch over and stuff. So it would make sense for Kyle to.
Yeah.
Paul, were the extra tasks around the room designed to knock off that task off our back? Like, because there was one that was take an item of clothing off and.
True.
I think, like, I hadn't thought about it that well, but I think like one of the first people to do it did take off. I think that item, like maybe it was Di or someone took off that jersey, and then I was like, oh, maybe he'll find it, but he didn't. And it was actually a pretty bad one to find anyway. Like it was,
Yeah, it was
like one of the.
It was the worst one.
They really. It was one of the. I think there was. I'm trying to. I wish I had the list right now of all the tasks, but there was some, like down to the lake is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So Di got that, but so he's lucky he didn't also get the Shakespeare. I'm gonna have to go now.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks for joining, Paul.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thanks for having.
No.
I have a dinner to go to.
Yeah, and it's getting dark. Like, we watched the sunset.
Message me any questions you have.
Okay, all right. You're going to be a really great
Okay.
dinner attendee.
There's that
Beautiful
Sydney
sunset. Amazing.
Yes. So anyone who's going to try and snipe me, you've missed your chance.
Oh, damn
I'm on
it.
the
Where are you
move.
going to have dinner?
It is very close to here. Like it's like 100 meters from here. So, but I won't say which building it's in.
Got a radius.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Thanks,
Okay.
Paul.
Bye.
See ya. Bubbah, you deciding to gurgle and then spit the water back in the cup instead of swallowing it was very funny. You spat it right back into the cup. It was very funny. And then Ray, you found them all.
Yes, this was the only time I left the room, and I was like, "Oh, I did that task well."
Yeah.
That was the-
How did you feel after the task, Bubbah? You didn't know that we were going to watch them back all together and we did the same task, did you?
Yeah. Yeah. The studio?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did you not even know that the studio stuff happened?
No.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's very, because the show, when it first started, there were a few people who have like never
Yeah.
seen the show, but it's very hard to replicate that now because it's so popular that.
Yes.
So it was really like quite great that you hadn't seen it.
Yeah, it's so perfect to find someone so talented who's just never seen the show before.
No, Ray. Take me on a
Yes! Ray's sitting on Bubbah. We better go through this very quickly. And then we had our paintings where we were all tied together. And did you think that we were going to get all scored together, Bubbah? When we were
scored
all
as a team?
like tied together and we had to do those paintings in the live task?
Did we get scored as a team?
No,
No,
we
we got
didn't.
scored separately, but I thought we would get scored as a team, so I was being quite nice to Ray. But if I
Yes.
had known we were competing directly against each other, I would have swerved and
Yeah.
fucked your painting up.
Yeah.
No, I knew we were going individual, so I was focused on myself.
Yeah.
I also thought Di must have been in the middle for your guys' one because his painting was so bad.
But he wasn't. Right? Like, Karen was in the middle, I think.
Yeah,
And
Karen's
hers was really good.
Yeah.
I thought Karen's was better than mine. Yeah, but hey. And then you won your first episode. Or was that your first? No, your second
second.
episode.
How did I win?
You won
Oh my
that
God,
episode.
What a won today.
It was so great.
Yeah.
Did you actually feel real stoked when you won your first episode?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I could do this.
Yeah, you could. We were tied. I'm going to fast forward into our final episode where we all decided
I
to
love
switch
this.
uniforms.
Yes.
I found a video of you, Bubbah, backstage doing an impression of Ray where you just said, I love myself. And it was the best impression of Ray.
Guys, Ray's in love with himself.
Announcing it to the
That's
chat.
that's a bit full on coming from the woman who married herself on the show. And also the dressing up like each other. I think that it started with you, Bubbah, because you were like, I really want to wear Ray's suit. And it snowballed from there.
Yeah, totally. We were like, well, we'll all swap.
Yeah.
We swapped everything, including shoes, except I am wearing Di's shoes and Karen is wearing her regular shoes because there's no way I would fit into Karen's shoes. But me and Di were the exact same shoe size.
Oh, really? I'm wearing Bubbah's shoes.
And like,
it
you
is
look
awful.
so uncomfortable.
It was in pain the whole record.
So funny. We genuinely decided maybe that day, I think.
Yeah,
or maybe the day before we kind of like floated it as an idea.
Yeah.
And then for episode 9, I think I wore my outfit I was going to wear for the finale on episode 9, which is why I'm quite glamorous for episode 9. Like I'm just like in a gown for some reason.
Yes, but these were all on hand because we had just done our studio. What is it? The publicity
Everyone says
shots.
that you look great in a Ray's suit, Bubbah.
Yeah.
And that Ray apparently looks like Dora the Explorer.
Vamonos.
And people liked your hairstyle, Ray. Like having your hair up in the 2 little baubles.
Yes, yeah. I don't know. I think maybe, Bubbah, you had it like that in one of the studio things, so I did it that way.
Yeah.
But it's the longest I've ever had to spend in hair and makeup. Normally it's pretty quick for me.
Hair and makeup did a great job of making your hair look like Ray's as well.
Yes.
Like the way it was styled. So good.
And Bubbah's wearing an old pair of my glasses, but we had to block the lenses out.
Yeah.
Because in season 3, when I was Josh Thompson's doppelganger, I made Josh dress like me for it, and they gave Josh a pair of prescription glasses, I think.
Oh my god!
And so he had like a pretty bad headache for the whole studio record.
And it was the prize task was the best cheapest luxury thing.
Yes.
And so we all went with things that are pretty much free, which Karen just found an old prize task, which I want on the record. People say it was just on the side of the road. I didn't put it on the side of the road. I just did not take it from the studio. There's no way I was like, oh no, I'm going to take that suitcase of shampoo home.
I think the art department after the episode put it outside the studio because it was leaking.
Oh, yes, right. And then Karen must have seen it and went, oh, I'm going to just bring that in.
Yeah.
Very funny. It was great to see it come back. And I won this episode, spoiler, which meant I won this prize twice. And then, Bubbah, you stole Ray's Nintendo Switch and all his games. I love that you stole, like, every single part. Like,
this is on... I was...
Who are you, Ray? Because your flatmate was so scared. I was like, look, I'll go and rummage his room up. And he was like, no. I think he'll be pretty angry.
Because you wanted to really rob me, right? Like, you wanted to take
I was like,
more
let's
stuff.
rob you guys.
I think if I'd lost my laptop, that would have been...
Your laptop's so shit. Someone should steal your laptop. It's so bad. It barely works. It has like about 12 minutes of charge before you have to plug it in.
And
like someone please steal Ray's enormous shitty laptop.
But you would have been worse off if you stole my laptop. But I hadn't played my Switch in a while, and I came home after hanging out with friends, and I was like, oh, maybe we can all play like games together. It was the first time being like, oh, I'll play video games, and I got home, and all my Switch stuff was immediately stolen. It was like the first thing I checked, I got my stuff back. I was and Ben, my flatmate, he was like, he never gave it, like, because he let you into our flat and stole all my stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like kept up the pretense. Like I was like I was like, we've been robbed. And he was like, oh my God, we need to file a police report.
And I was like, look, buddy, I got to take your one too, because it's not going to look like you got robbed.
That's really funny that you were going to take his flatmate's shit as well.
Then Ben was like, oh, I have to pretend that the Switch getting stolen was real. And so he called up David. He was like just talking to David Correos on the phone. And he was like, oh, this is a big thing that's happened in my life, so I guess I have to talk to David about it. So I could hear him and David in the lounge talking about how our Switches got stolen. And then I came into the lounge and I thought they were both in on it. And I was like yelling at them, being like, what's happened to my Switch? Where is it? And David was not in on it and he was so confused.
That's so funny. Oh my God. That is amazing. And you brought in this.
Oh yeah, I made my own luxury spa.
You made your own luxury spa.
I had to give up my actual microwave for a week. It was so annoying.
Wait, really? This is your microwave?
That's my microwave, yeah.
Oh my God. Terrible. And I brought in my friend Jordan, aka my unpaid intern.
Jeremy immediately called him a slave.
I know. I was like, no, it's like I'm making commentary on how this is bad. How unpaid labor is bad, but sure. I wasn't going that hard. Love from America. Is Jordan single? No, Jordan isn't single. Sorry.
Oh, is he not?
Slavery isn't okay. I was pointing out unpaid interns are bad because they're, it's terrible. Anyway, here's Ty.
Oh my gosh.
His foot. He must have done that like the night before or something, but I remember I loved Jeremy's scoring in this one where he was like, he didn't want to give Di 5 points.
But he had to, because what else was he going to give it to? I think he should have given the 5 points to Bubbah
for robbing me.
For robbing Ray, because it was very funny. This was insane.
I also told Joseph Moore that I'd been stolen, and I was like, maybe it's for a Taskmaster thing, I'm not sure. And then Joseph looked up all the prize tasks, and I think Bubbah's ones hadn't been entered into the spreadsheet or whatever, so Joseph didn't see them. He was like, oh, well, I guess it's not a Taskmaster thing, and Ray's just been robbed.
That's very funny. This was me and you, Bubbah, when we realised the scores were tied at the start of this episode. We were like, oh my God, because we didn't realise how tight it was, and also Ray, you had you were in with a shot as well. I think you're a few points behind.
I think the only person who sort of had no chance of winning towards the end was maybe Karen.
Yeah, yes. She got some one-pointers that were not deserved to be one-pointers, like the Scrub Daddy getting one, and then another one that she got getting one. I was like, come on, Jeremy, read the room.
I admire him hearing all the audience go, we love the Scrub Daddy, and him just turning to the audience going, no, 1 point.
Then we had this...
who stole the cookie
from the cookie jar? When you saw us do that task, were you like, did you have FOMO? Were you like, fuck, that would have been... Because you actually were the only one that was like, it's too easy, we need to not do it, before Karen jumped in and made the accusation.
Yeah, talk us through these 22 seconds.
No way. We sat there, vaping our lives away for hours, and then came out and it was that task, because that would have taken... 5 minutes to set up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It was like it was a really long setup for us as well. We were playing like a word game.
Yeah, we were playing games together and stuff.
Yeah,
that was ages.
So I think that was our first instinct as well. Was like we saw Paul with the crumbs on his face, but we were like, no, it can't be that simple because there's got to be something else going on. Yeah. Because it took so long. But what I was so terrified as we were spending the whole time doing all of these elaborate tasks, I was so terrified that at the end of it, the answer was going to be Paul, but you had to go through all these crazy steps. And I was like, oh no.
Yes. Every time I saw the red herring pop up, I was thinking we have been led down the wrong path. It's Paul the whole time.
This was our reaction to seeing you guys do it in 22 seconds.
Do you know we finished early that day?
Yeah, of course you did. Of course.
And obviously it's because we didn't do that task.
It did take us 20 minutes to do it.
I think Di mentioned it in the studio, maybe it got cut, but that you guys, after you accused Paul, the crew were just sort of like, yeah, you can go home now. And you were like, oh, okay. It's like the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So funny.
And also, was there much of an argument between you three about accusing Paul and stuff? Like, it seemed like, from the video, it seemed like Karen and Di were pretty much like, yeah, it must be Paul, and you were a little bit hesitant. Do you remember?
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, if it is Paul, I'm not going down for making it not Paul.
Yeah, yeah, totally. You were like, no body, no crime. I don't want to go down. So one thing that did get cut was so at one point I looked in the locker and I found that there was a cookie in your locker, Ray, and I accused you.
Yeah.
I didn't actually formally accuse you, but it was supposed to be. It was a red herring.
Yes.
But I went upstairs. You can tell when you watch it back, it's like I'm kind of commanding you quite a lot. I'm like, Ray, go downstairs or go to the shed or whatever. It's because I had found another task upstairs in the study that read, good job, Melanie. Don't let Ray know about this extra task. Otherwise, an hour will be added to your time. Yeah, it was like if Ray finds this task or finds you reading this task, an hour gets added to your time. And I was stressing. You walked up at that time and I kind of like tucked it away, but you're so obedient. I was like, can you go check the caravan? And you're like, okay. And you like didn't even like for a second even like look at what I was doing. Like you just genuinely just was like, oh yeah, okay. I was like, Ray, don't come in here and maybe just go to the caravan. And you're like, all right. And you went and checked out the caravan.
My job is to go to the caravan.
And I was so nervous that the hour would get added at any point between them and the studio. So I didn't even tell you until after we filmed in the studio. And I took the task home. I was so I was worried that you would find out.
I was like a sim or a lemming or something. Just assign me a job. And I was just
totally. I was just micromanaging you, going like, oh, can you go get the key? I'll do this, blah, 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 blah. And so when I had to do it under suspicious circumstances, I think you just didn't question it at all.
Did it actually say good job, Melanie?
Yeah.
They expected you to find it. Oh.
Yes, totally. I think that must have put it there, like, maybe they had two options and they saw me coming up and they might have just, like, slipped it there. But it was weird because you had a suspicious thing. And I think I told to Joseph it was just two more options that if I said Jiku's Ray, the task would be over. And if you said Jiku's Mel, because I was being suspicious about this other task, then, like, it would have just been an opportunity to get it wrong.
But it was not suspicious for Mel to order me around during a team task. That was just very normal. And I was like, of course I'm not in charge.
So the clue, Typh, go back one. It's so stupid. I immediately was like, oh, it's go back one letter.
Yes, so, we got that here.
I was like, but then I did the wrong letters.
Yeah,
so I went forward one letter. So I went you head.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Go back one letter, it says shed. But weirdly, I went forward one letter for the first one and then back for all the other ones. Yeah. And I went, you head.
Yeah,
you head, it can't be that.
Yeah, we spent a long time in the study being like, what's you head?
What's you head? And I'm just like, oh, fuck. And then I realised it was go to the shed, which we went to anyway.
Yeah, I also made a list of all the different red herrings that were in the task.
Okay.
There was...
which we did pick up on.
Yes.
We did pick up on Dr. Jerry Hearn being an anagram for red herring. But again, it's not as interesting to hear us do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, there was a drink called Trial by Cherry, and a cherry is red and a trial is a type of herring.
Yes,
so
okay.
And also the... I didn't see it at the time, but the cashier was Justine Smith, and she has red hair. So I guess that was
red
one.
herring.
Yeah, Poisson Rouge, red herring. There was a scarlet wig, red hair. There was a red There was a red earring. The fishbowl said red herring. We also looked through that fishbowl.
I know. I put my hand in it. I was like, maybe there's something underneath.
Yeah. There was the book was written by Dr. Jerry Hearn, which is an anagram for red herring. And there was a business card I found that was for Carmine Audiology. Carmine colour red, Audiology herring, red herring. And then the fish poster was all red herrings.
All red herrings. It was very clever. And they set this all up only for you guys to not discover any of it. Yes, this is us ordering around. Paul Security Services key. And then ultimately it was a red herring. And it was satisfying, I think, because the table being wet and the task being wet made sense that it was a fish.
So well done. Also, Di forgot that the task was wet. Like, there's a video in the video.
He was like, "What? It wasn't wet when we were there." I was like, "In the task, we saw you say this is moist." It was very funny. You guys were a great team, though, because
Yes.
you hadn't met either of them before you were in a team with them. You also didn't know there'd be team tasks.
Yeah.
What was that day like for you?
Well, I had only met Di through Guy Mont's spelling bee, but like it was legit just hair and makeup, and then we walked onto set, so I didn't really know Di until. I just thought that they were part of the task, but I didn't know what. But as we were going, I'm like, I still do not know.
It's so funny.
You guys were so good. You coming back in the windmill task with the horn and air horn.
Air horning them was so funny. It made me die with laughter that you air horned them, and production were like, we don't know where she found them. Where she found that. It's so funny.
So bad.
Then we had to roll an egg down the stairs. Di had a tray technique, which was quite clever. And you, I love this. This is a great photo of you. This could be like a Tinder profile photo, I think. You rolled it in your hands down the wall.
That was the fewest touches possible, and you just pick up the egg.
I hated this task so much.
Yeah, I will say, this is the only task I sweated doing, and I don't know why. Somehow it was the most physical one for me.
Yeah, Ray, you put it in a roll of tape.
Yes, I felt
rolled the tape down.
I felt so clear because it said roll it from the desk, and so I shifted the egg down to the bottom of the desk because I was like, that's still from the desk, and I felt so clever figuring that out.
And I had a leaf blower, and put it in a tennis ball because.
So good.
Again, even though it was in a ball, because you rolled it in the tape, I was just like, it's not I need to not touch anything that's touching it. That was my idea. Then Paul ate a raw egg.
Oh.
You almost looked
You don't remember this?
Thank you so much.
No.
I think
He
it's some
bit
kind of
into
noodle.
the egg and just chewed on the shell.
It's so weird.
That's so true.
Yeah, he did that after my attempt, because I went back down and looked at him, and he I think he had to go outside. He went outside and spat it all up and stuff. And it was all filmed. But
So funny. And then Karen moved the lockers, which was just the funniest workaround, because I just had no idea that you would even be able to do that.
yeah, no, I would never have thought in a million years that you could move those lockers.
Yeah. And the idea that it wasn't broken when it entered the locker as well was so good. This invited me to eat the egg task, shoved oh my god. Then we had the final task, which was the leaving party that we had to ruin, which Karen and Di had similar attempts, just fucking with all the food. When Di says, here, you want a cup of cake? As if that's the meanest thing you could do to someone was give them a cup of cake.
I forgot, watching it back, how we're all, apart from you, Mel, we're also apologetic, messing up the...
Bubbah was at the end, but I loved playing Bubbah and you together because you're apologetic during. You were going sorry, oh, whoopsies. I'm just going to...
Yeah, I was like, maybe the computer's important. So I was like, am I allowed to throw stuff on the computer?
You're like, I'm going to put a bit of jelly on the computer, okay? Is that all right? Is that okay? You going with me on this? Also the fact that... So I must have done this task first because it said farewell and Melanie.
Yes.
And I said, what are you going to do for everyone else? And I think the producers were like, okay, great. We're just going to do farewell and for everyone else because it's way funnier.
Yes, I think that was Joseph Moore.
Yeah. And this is Di knocking over the desk. Karen covering herself in the jelly, which was not set, obviously. It was just...
Oh, was it meant to be jelly? I thought it was punch.
Oh, maybe it was punch.
Oh,
my god, I kept thinking it was
You thought it
supposed
was
to be
just
unset
unset
jelly. I'm so stupid. I'm such an idiot. And you went very forceful, Bubbah. You like smashed the cake so hard into his face.
Yep.
You were so angry.
Yeah, this was you immediately created a narrative with you and Paul where he had cheated on you.
Because you guys 69 at Scorpio.
Yes. Maybe the funniest thing it said in the studio was you say...
It was so quick. Yeah. And it was like, I've never heard of Scorpio before, but it was a very funny specific club, I guess.
And I loved it as well. Paul says, "Where is Scorpio?" And you go, "Oh, whatever."
And Ray, you sort of did some sort of cake figure skating.
Yeah, I threw the cake at the whiteboard and then I tried to mush it into the ground, and it just made my. I fell over. It was
Yes, you did.
Yes.
And I decided to.
That was so good.
Oh, thanks.
Yes,
this was my favorite one.
I just decided, we didn't have a lot of time though. We only had 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like, you had to, I was like, I was so worried when we played back the episodes that I would come across like a psycho. Because I think in the same day, I had done the horror film and then I had cut my arm off, like fake cut my arm off, covered myself in fake blood, and I had stabbed Paul. Like I had a very violent day. And I was like, if those all play in one episode, I'm going to look so psychopathic that my first instinct seems to be murder. Even at one point, I was like, should we have some ketchup for fake blood for Paul? And I think Joseph was like, we already just had like a lot of blood earlier. You're like, you don't need more blood in your tasks. So
I range. You went from cat to
I went from cat to stabbing. Funnily enough, it's not the only time Paul was stabbed this season. Yes, Paul did get stabbed by your killer bird.
Yes, the flamingo killed him.
And then the final live task was the silhouette task, which ended up like the silhouettes actually all looked like something. Because when you do it behind, you have no idea what it looks like on the other side. You sort of try and make a funny shape.
Yes, this one edited together really, really well. I mean, it was lots of fun to do, but...
this looks like a giant head.
Fun.
Yeah.
This is like a giant head wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Then...
that's me crab walking.
That's you crab walking.
That's it.
I actually thought this was like some of them were pretty hard to guess.
Yeah, I think that's me crab walking.
Okay, why did Jeremy guess people that already had the turn? It was just edited funny. So essentially we all started on one side and then we all had a go and then we all reset back, but he was never revealed as we went. So it was revealed as we went in the edit, but we had to stay very quiet on one side until we had all gone through, and then it was the final reveal to see if he was correct. So that's why it's kind of seems like he's worse than he is, but once he'd already guessed someone, he didn't want to guess the same person again. So sometimes he didn't realize, he realized it wasn't them, but he hadn't guessed Ray, for example. So he kind of had to guess you.
Yeah.
But it makes sense that they just did it as they did, and
I think my
showed the reveals.
Yeah, that's so good.
I'm wearing camouflage. I thought he wouldn't be able to tell it was me. And then Ray, you dressed up as yourself, but it was so obvious.
I tried to double
Your
bluff
legs
him.
are so obviously you.
I tried to double bluff him, and also, and then I remember.
You wore a wig of your own hair.
Yeah, that's why. So that way it seemed like it wasn't me. And then, but I remember Paul said that was shit. Like Paul was like, yeah, that was pretty bad.
And then we all came back down. I just wanted to get this die jump was pretty impressive. I won the episode. I won Ray's switch. I think I put it in my bra. And I won the final season, but not by a lot. Like, that was one task in it between me and you, Bubbah, but you got let down by your team.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't lose the red herring task, it would have been really tight.
Yeah.
Like, if you were in our team, it would have been really tight.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be in our team. I thought it was going to be Youngs versus Holt.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, they got cut from the studio. I feel like I should mention. Karen, after the red herring task, Karen tried to take the blame and try to give more points to Paul to Di and you. Do you remember? Karen was like, it was my decision to accuse Paul. I'll take one and they should like be
Oh,
spared.
yeah, she was being pretty diplomatic.
Yeah, she was being very nice, trying to sacrifice herself, but Jeremy wasn't having a bar of it. Jeremy was like, no, you guys are a team. You're all down together.
Oh,
Hey,
and now it's revealed that I won. Ray, do you want to go get my trophy?
Yes, yes, I'll do anything. I'll do anything.
Fetch my trophy, Ray.
Is it in the caravan?
So also Ray had been living with me for like 6 weeks before. Oh my god!
dear, sorry.
You just killed the dog. What the fuck?
It was kind of an annoying dog.
So Ray had been living with me for like 6 weeks, and I made sure that right next to his bed I left the trophy because I didn't want it out in the kitchen and spoil it for other guests that came over, but I wanted Ray to wake up every morning and remember that I was better than him, you know? Thank you for all the congratulations in the chat. It's been so amazing, and it was so nice, like so amazing to meet you, Bubbah, because like I feel like our paths haven't crossed at all. And then I have like moved to Australia, so I don't even know if I would have like met you if we hadn't done this. So it was,
No,
it was so
likewise.
great. You're fucking amazing. You're so talented. And
I loved our cast.
I loved our cast too.
Like we were the babies, the baby girls.
We were the baby girls.
Oh.
And
It was such a joy to do. It was like
Yeah.
it's easily the best thing I've done on TV. Like, you know, so it was so
Yeah.
much fun, and like it's embarrassing that spending 5 days with a group of people could bond you that much.
I know, but it was just like in such funny, crazy circumstances. It was like it being on like a retreat or like a school camp, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, it was so cool. It was so fun.
I remember sending a message to the group chat being like, hey, I love you guys. Thank you so much for blah, blah, blah. And then like after I sent it, I was like, was that like me being a soft cunt? Was that too much? But I was like, no, that's how I feel.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt the same way.
It was,
Yeah.
and I think we all felt that. Like, I mean, I don't want to name names and well, I mean, like we were all like, everyone was sending such lovely messages to our group chat and stuff. Being like, regardless of what's going on in our personal lives, we've loved doing
Yeah.
this. And, like,
Yeah,
this
totally.
has been such a good time.
I know. And there was a lot going on for everyone. It was just felt like, really special.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like you do lots of gigs, you do lots of work and stuff like that, but like this felt different to any
Yeah.
other
What's
thing that I've
different?
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a joy. It was so fun. I mean, it's an experience that we can't share with anyone else, which is, you know, we are the only people who did those tasks in those settings.
Yeah.
And it's so sweet to be able to watch, like, oh, we're all little freaks.
Yeah.
But we're dumb, stupid idiots in all different ways and stuff. Oh.
Oh my god, this is so emotional.
We need
Guys,
to do a lineup.
yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I,
absolutely. We should do a lineup.
Bubbah, can I ask you what was your favourite task to do? did you have one?
They're all hideous in their own way.
I loved so much watching you marry yourself and the reveal that you had filled up the bath with water. It was so funny.
I forgot about that.
And you got out of the bath and you were wet, like it was. when it was
I'm out here,
filmed.
oh my god, like a pilgrim with my bucket going from the hose to the bath. And then my art department got involved. We're all filling up the bath, and all I did was sit in it. So bad.
It was so funny. And then Paul after be like, yeah, Bubbah spent half her time filling the bath.
We do have to go soon, but before we do, because you haven't been in the other streams, Bubbah, can I ask the chat if they've got any questions for you?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you have any questions for Bubbah, what did you say?
You can have my personal email to hit me up, but you have to hit me up with a joke. princessbubba@gmail.com.
People are asking you where your next gig is and whether you've got any gigs lined up.
Oh yes, I've got one in January.
Nice.
Oh,
That's a while away. You're going to backyard get a gig in January. Oh, that's awesome.
January, but that's it.
Oh, nice.
Let's do a lineup, guys.
Yes, that's right. You mentioned that to me before.
I think absolutely. That'd be
Yes.
great. I'd be so keen to do a
I'll be
lineup.
keen.
Someone said, hi, Bubbah, no question, but I love you. You were great.
Yeah, Bubbah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Love you.
The audience love you, Bubbah. Like I don't know because you're not online and maybe you're not getting the feedback, but like people are people love you so much. Someone wants to...
Ray, you're hitting on me.
Of course I'm hitting on you. I saw your interview on the Morning Shack. I'm going to cast...
The Morning Shack.
The Morning Shack, yeah. Bubba went on... what's the name of the radio station?
It's New FM.
Yeah, New FM, yeah.
You are my favourite, so fucking funny. Marry me, Bubba. Buy my car, Bubba.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I'm looking for like a boyfriend at the moment because I'm a bit bored. So princessbubba@gmail.com.
Bubba has revealed her email twice, so if you are really keen to take Bubba on a date, then get amongst it.
I'm learning to manage a restaurant. I need something in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my faves. Love the whole cast, but Bubba was absolutely a fave. You've got a lot of fans here in the chat.
Oh,
you fucking crushed it, mate. Let us know if you do any UK gigs. Well, this is, I'm commandeering this slightly, but Ray and I are coming to the UK in February and March to do a string of gigs. So if anyone here knows anyone in the UK or wants to, spread the word, because this is kind of our only exposure into the UK are people who have illegally watched Taskmaster because it's not available in the UK yet.
Why are you guys going? What gig are you doing?
We're just doing a tour.
Mel's
I'm touring and I've got my support act for Ray O'Leary, but Ray's got to do like 20 minutes over there.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, congrats!
Did you not realise? Do you think you were doing 5?
Yeah,
You think you're going like across the world to do 5 minutes?
I thought I was maybe just doing a bit of admin. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just where the fire exits
I
are.
loved it. This is how you found out.
Yeah.
No, because it's not like an hour, so it'll be like 20 minutes a break, then me. So we get like a proper slot in these venues.
Oh,
'Cause it's not in a festival.
Right. Oh, maybe I'll start promoting the tour a bit more.
Yeah.
It's
You
so
were just like,
Melbourne.
I'm just here just to hang.
Yeah.
I thought that. I was like, I've sort of posted a few times about the tour, and Ray's kind of, it's like he's ashamed to be on the show. Like, it's like having a good audience is good for us both. Yeah.
Because State of New Zealand won't fund our porn, Ray. No, I didn't hear a response.
That was so funny. You said that in the group chat once. Oh, you actually posted that on your Instagram, and you tagged Creative New Zealand and said, "Do you guys fund porn?" So funny.
Such a good.
Oh man, yeah. There were some raunchy videos that I didn't post in my recap on Instagram. That just for my private collection.
Yes. Someone's asked, "Are you going to keep the tattoo?"
I want them to think about that. I want them to reread their question.
That was a very political response.
Yeah,
that was like we're going to put a focus group together, and the advice is we've just looked at the modelling.
You've even said you're thinking about adding Paul and Jeremy to the tattoo.
Yeah.
I would love to add them.
Yeah. I would love it.
I'm not committing to any ink. Hey, it's been like an hour and a half, so we will end it there. But thank you so much for jumping on, Bubba. It's so great. And we're going to hang out next time we're in Auckland.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Or if you're ever in Melbourne, there's always a spare bed, and you might have to sleep next to the trophy, but that's like part of the rules. But there is always a spare bed in Melbourne if ever you're in town.
Yes.
I would love to.
Yeah. And your email again is princessbubba@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
See ya.